The electric truck market has been one of the hottest spaces in the automotive world lately, and while names like Rivian, Tesla, and Ford often steal the spotlight, a new contender is stepping into the game with something fresh, something compact, and something surprisingly luxurious. I'm talking about the TLO EV truck. Now, if you haven't heard much about it yet, don't worry. You're about to, because this little powerhouse is turning heads for all the right reasons. It's not your typical big, heavy-duty monster truck. Instead, it's a beautifully designed, urban-friendly, adventure-ready EV that's rewriting what we should expect from electric pickups. Today, we're going to take a long, deep dive into this truck, because the Telo EV is more than just another electric vehicle. It's a glimpse into the smarter, more versatile future of trucks. First, let's talk about design, because honestly, that's the first thing that grabs your attention. At a glance, the Telo EV doesn't scream traditional pickup. Instead, it looks almost futuristic, compact in footprint, but bold in its character. The front fascia is clean, modern, and very sculpted, with a sleek LED light bar that stretches across, giving it a high-tech but approachable face. You won't find the aggressive, oversized grille of a gas-powered truck here, because it doesn't need one. Instead, the Telo has been styled for aerodynamics and elegance, while still giving off a rugged, capable vibe. It feels like the kind of vehicle you'd be proud to drive through the city streets of Los Angeles or New York, but you could also take it out to the mountains or a muddy trail without hesitation. That dual personality is part of what makes it so exciting. Now, when we say compact, don't think small in the sense of weak or compromised. The Telo has roughly the footprint of a mid-size SUV, but it manages to pack in utility that rivals full-size pickups. This makes it perfect for modern life, where a lot of us want the practicality of a truck, but don't want to wrestle with something massive every time we need to park in a tight spot or navigate busy streets. It's kind of genius when you think about it. Why hasn't anyone done this earlier? Moving on to performance, this is where the Telo EV flexes its muscles. With a fully electric drivetrain, the Telo delivers instant torque, which means you step on the accelerator and boom, it surges forward with zero hesitation. That's the magic of EVs, but in a truck, it feels especially satisfying. The Telo isn't just about city cruising either. It's built with genuine off-road credibility. Thanks to its ground clearance, all-terrain tires, and a suspension setup designed to handle rough conditions, you can take this truck off the beaten path and feel confident. Whether it's gravel, mud, or steep inclines, the Telo has the engineering to back up its adventurous image. It's proof that you don't have to choose between urban convenience and rugged ability. You can have both. Inside is where things get really interesting, because the cabin of the Telo doesn't feel like a stripped-down work truck. It feels premium. You step in and immediately notice the clean lines, the modern layout, and the upscale materials. The seats are supportive and plush, clearly designed with comfort in mind, whether you're sitting in traffic during a daily commute or heading out on a long road trip. The technology is seamlessly integrated. You've got a large central display that controls everything from navigation to media, along with a digital instrument cluster that puts essential driving information right in front of you. What makes it stand out is that it doesn't feel overwhelming. Unlike some vehicles where the technology feels like it's been crammed in just to impress, the Telo's interface is intuitive and calming. It's luxury in a very modern, understated way. Practicality is another strong suit. Despite its smaller size, the Telo makes incredible use of its space. The truck bed has been cleverly engineered to offer more flexibility than you'd expect. You've got hidden compartments, adaptable cargo solutions, and storage that makes you think the designers really considered how people live today. Whether it's carrying mountain bikes, camping gear, or even just hauling groceries, the Telo has thought of ways to make it all work without compromise. That's something a lot of trucks can't say. They're either too big and impractical in tight spaces, or too small and not versatile enough. The Telo manages to bridge that gap. Range is, of course, one of the biggest questions for any EV, and here too the Telo performs well. It offers competitive range numbers that allow you to confidently use it for both daily driving and weekend adventures. Add in fast charging capability, and you've got a truck that's ready to go whenever you are, without long wait times. It's not just about efficiency, it's about convenience, and that's what modern EV drivers demand. But to really understand where the Telo fits, we have to compare it to the big names in the EV truck market. Let's start with the Tesla Cybertruck. Now, the Cybertruck is bold, polarizing, and massive. It's designed to make a statement. The Telo, on the other hand, takes the opposite approach. It's refined, compact, and approachable. Where the Cybertruck might intimidate, the Telo feels like it invites you in. Then you have the Rivian R1T, which has been praised for its off-road chops and adventure-ready design. The Rivian is fantastic, but it's still a full-size truck, which can be difficult in crowded urban areas. The Telo offers similar versatility, but in a smaller, easier-to-live-with package. And then there's the Ford F-150 Lightning, the electric version of America's most popular truck. It's powerful, it's practical, but again, it's big. The Telo feels like a smarter solution for people who want the utility of a truck without the headache of size. Another area where the Telo really shines is lifestyle appeal. This isn't just a vehicle, it's an identity. It's for people who want something eco-friendly without losing capability. It's for city dwellers who dream of spontaneous adventures. It's for families who need practicality but don't want to give up style. There's an emotional appeal here, and that's important. Cars are not just about specs and features, they're about how they make you feel. The Telo feels fun, modern, and forward-thinking, and that's why it resonates with so many people. Pricing is another area worth discussing, because while EVs have often been criticized for being too expensive, the Telo aims to position itself in that sweet spot of premium but attainable. It's not trying to be bargain basement cheap, but it's also not pushing into six-figure luxury territory. For the level of design, performance, and innovation it offers, the price point makes sense. When you compare it to Rivian or Tesla, it's actually refreshing to see an EV truck that feels within reach for more people. One of the most fascinating things about the Telo is what it represents for the future of the automotive industry. For decades, bigger has always been seen as better in the truck world. Bigger engines, bigger bodies, bigger everything. But the Telo flips that narrative. It says, hey, smarter is better. Compact can be powerful. Luxury doesn't have to mean oversized. This shift in thinking is going to have ripple effects across the industry because it shows that there's a market for trucks that are efficient, stylish, and practical without being overwhelming. And let's not forget the environmental aspect. As the world moves toward greener energy, trucks like the Telo play a vital role. They reduce emissions, they use resources more efficiently, and they show that sustainability can be exciting. Driving the Telo isn't just about getting from point A to point B. It's about making a statement that you care about the planet, about smart design, and about innovation. So to wrap this up, the Telo EV truck is shaping up to be one of the most interesting new vehicles in the EV space. It combines futuristic design, electric power, off-road ability, luxurious interiors, and city-friendly size into one compelling package. It's not trying to outmuscle the competition, it's trying to outsmart it. And honestly, that's what makes it so appealing. Whether you're an adventure lover, a city driver, or someone who just appreciates good design, the Telo has something for you. Keep an eye out for this truck because I have a feeling it's going to make a serious splash once it hits the roads. The EV revolution is here, and the Telo is proof that the future isn't just big and bold. It can also be compact, stylish, and incredibly smart.